Go.
Already the highest in U.S. history. The national average, $4.23 a gallon tonight. That's up 59 cents in a week. So where is this all going? And tonight, the warning from President Biden to American energy companies about not taking advantage of American families at the pump. Here's our chief business and economics correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, tonight.
Tonight, the pain at the pump being felt by Americans across the country.
How does it feel to have 4 gallons after 20 bucks?
Doesn't feel good. That used to be a half a tank.
The average price of gas now a record $4.23 a gallon. When you add it all up, Americans are spending $250 million more every day on gas than we were a month ago. In California, drivers seeing prices that start with 6s and even 7s.
$60 to fill up my tank. Used to be 40.
Some gas stations barely keeping up with the hikes. In New Jersey, the average price up 52 cents since last week.
What was it like to just fill up right now?
It was crazy. It's absolutely astronomical. It's painful at the pump. It really is. Especially when you drive a big truck and it's 20 gallons, it's $100 every week. It's $500 a month.
Today, the president, aware of critics who say the U.S. should produce more oil and gas domestically, urging energy giants to start drilling with the permits they already have. And he warned them not to take advantage of the moment.
Russia's aggression is costing us all, and it's no time for profiteering or price gouging. I want to be clear about what we'll not tolerate.
Still, experts predict even higher prices ahead.
The national average is definitely got the potential to go up another 25, maybe even 50 cents a gallon if things continue to escalate.
And David, the latest Quinnipiac poll showing 71% of Americans support banning Russian oil, even if it means higher prices here at the pump. It's something I heard from drivers today who acknowledged they are already stretched thin and hoping for some relief.
I just think it's kind of weird that instead of going after, I don't know, the people that provide the oil, that owns the oil, that hikes up the prices themselves and trying to hold them accountable. The first thing that Biden goes and says that Russia is the reason about this after he bans Russian oil to be brought here. And now he's going to Venezuela. They're going to Venezuela, the country that they have sanctioned heavily, which thousands of people have died. And they also put up a puppet president named Guaido, who has never even fucking ran for any form of office, never even tried to get into the presidency, except for by using a violent coup. Now they're going over there to talk to the president, Maduro, who he tried to assassinate a few years ago. Oh, help us with oil. And I get why they're doing that, to replace Russia and try to get Russia out. And that's going to be economic collapse itself. But let's talk about the facts here. Is it more than just Russia is the reason why that our gas prices going up? Gas prices have been going up since Biden's term. We can get into how gas prices go up. But the fact of the matter is that when you talk about everyday people have been saying, bro, since Biden's been president, our gas prices been going up. And that's before Russia was even talked about, because they were ostracizing China around that time. Jim Paskey, or Psaki, said something that was very interesting. Before Biden banned oil being produced from Russia and other energy, she talked about how there was 700,000 barrels per day that we use that comes from Russia, but we consume 20 million per day. And not only the fact that what's going on in Europe, but how a third of the oil in Europe is provided by Russia. We're talking about, I think I've read 4.5 million barrels a day. So it does not, the math, I'm not really a math guy, but numbers got to make sense. So if we're getting 100,000 barrels, 700,000 barrels per day from Russia before the ban, and our country needs 20 million barrels just to operate per day. It's not. That doesn't sound like it's Russia's fault. Now, what is the solution here? I don't know. Maybe we should get somebody on that's smarter than me, smarter than whoever's watching, and talk about what the solution here. There's there could be multiple solutions, but the first solution is that we got to acknowledge and criticize our government and stop letting them dictate what we should be thinking, because he's saying this so you can vote for him next year. He's saying this so he could get an out, an excuse, and work less on what is actually harming working people. Gas has been going up before Russia even got into the picture. The Democrats like to use Russia for everything. And this is not excusing what's going on in Ukraine. I'm against what's happening there. And I wish there was a different tactic. And that's on the both sides. How it happened, how it began, and what's the reaction to it. But what I really want to talk about is that we can't just let them give this sap ass excuse saying, okay, this is all going up, because it's not just gas. Inflation is going up everywhere. Our food is going to be more expensive. Everything. The working class people are going to suffer. And I just can't buy one foreign country is the reason why. I can't buy that. Tell me more. Tell me more. That's all I asked for. And I'm pretty sure that's all you asked for. And to people that are on the media, like Stephen Colbert saying, oh, I'm down to pay for more just so it can stop Russia. Okay, you can do that because you're rich. But what about the working people like us? Can we afford to do shit like that? No. And it's going to get worse. And it's so disgusting how we don't really realize what sanctions are, so we don't get how those are acts of war, and it's making working people suffer overseas. All the countries that we sanction, not just Russia, all the countries that we sanction overseas, and the shit that they go through, all because of our sanctions, and we use that to try to say that their governments are evil. We're about to get a reckoning here, and capitalism is a disease. This is the diseases of capitalism. So let's stop listening to these excuses and hold them accountable for more efficient answers, not these dumbed down answers to try to get them out of the red bar, because they deserve to be in the red bar.